SM Manufacturing's later at 10. Did you just follow me from another account? Absolutely not, guys. What's this? Oh, yeah, I saw it. It's fucking gross, dude. Hey, you gotta take breaks going through them files, bro. That shit will traumatize you. I have, and yeah, scarred. All right. Anyway, Moni, thanks for sharing the live, dude. I do have a ton of imposters, yeah. So make sure you don't fall for that. All right. So, as I was just saying, I don't have any plans on leaving my short. Right. I told you guys my plan. Wasn't a, obviously we got a good bounce here, but as far as 24-hour candles closed, I mean, we haven't lost what we needed to lose, but we're under what we need to be, and we've got a full engulfment today, right? So this is obviously beneficial for us. The last thing that I have to say, and yes, this is because of, I mean, you can either go about it this two ways. You just stick to your stop loss, or you can hedge for the worst case scenario, which is clear. If I'm being frank here, it's 630s or at most maybe 625. You could use SQQQ, keep it low risk, whatever you need to do. But I got a hedge, right? With all that empty space, with us bouncing basically out of this structure and back up, there is a possibility like here, right? You did gap down, but you also hit your target. And so the signal that we scraped today is the signal that I need. And that might take, again, filling up empty space. So you don't have to, if you have a different bias here, or you're looking at this channel, thank you, baby. Oh shit. Will you go ahead and get that up for me? Jersey Mike's. I'll order it. But the fact of the matter is, maybe by the end of the day here, which is coming quick, we'll see something that kind of solidifies this to the downside. But my guesses are, at minimum, we're going to see a 619 retest, right? And it just goes to show you, big move down, so we're in that stage of volatility, which if you have the right expiration, you can hold through this, and you can hedge around it or trade around it, or just say fuck it and stick to your stop loss. So as of right now, look for that potential bounce up. I'm sure you end of the day traders might be able to grab, or might have already grabbed something sweet on this. But with that being said, that is the cues going into tomorrow. We're so bearish, at least on the 24 hour. So until, tomorrow, if we see that gap up and we're back on this floor, then I can make a decision there. I have a great expiration. Good, decent average. I did get, they did yank a lot of IV off of my contracts, which is obviously disappointing. How you doing, Goat? Kids are still sick, man. I'm sick right now too, but thugging it out. A little espresso tonic, a little Dayquil, some Zins, right? 12 milligram Zins. That's medicinal. That's medicinal. Nicotine usage.
Bro, you're out of your mind.
You know what? I might be, but listen, good luck, virus. Go ahead and live in my blood. We'll see how that goes. You're going to get anxiety. All right. Now, let's go take a look at SPY really quick. Drink the brandy. Oh. Okay. Didn't Publix have the blue ones, or was it Kroger? Hunt those down for me if you can. Baby, they get the same last ordered. Yeah, there you go. Who? Oh, I thought you were waving out the window. Oh. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So SPY obviously is going to be in a similar boat here. Now, we've seen these wicks, right? And yes, there is a heavy multiple rejections off of the top. So it's really tough to not be short in these scenarios. However, like I said, with everything else, when you tap structure and you respond and you recover, it can flip these things back up, right? So keep that on the radar here. You can already see this is starting to occur as I speak. Lower time frame structure shows the root, or the most volume beyond what we've moved through up here. And while that, again, you can leave empty space behind. And if we are bearish, we're going to rip fast, retest. So everything right now is to respond, or we're going to be responding to it. My preference, just to say this on the cues, is that we do gap up. Because if we gap up, we got to gap fill down, right? Just like we gap filled down when I called the short, we gap filled the fuck right back up and beyond. So if we're having it our way, we want it to move in the opposite direction. And that's why I got the expiration that I have on, obviously. Every single one of them? Why don't you just cancel the order? Just go ahead and cancel the order. He's almost done. Ask him right now if there's any other drink options. We're doing Instacart right now because we can't go into stars. All right. So anyway, I see a gap up target of 690 on SPY. IWM does again have empty space. I think as far as range trading, I mean, damn, you're really wrapped up in there. Anything back up above, this is where targeting can get really easy. Above today's high, we have a target of 266.66. It's the price of the devil. And then we have a empty space beyond that. So there is actually a possibility with this wick back off the floor that we could flip this back upside. So right now, if you're sitting on standby waiting to respond or trying to plan a response, we're in an interesting area in the market with some heavy overhead pressure. So what's up? Nothing? Okay. Dang. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Darren, I had to get out of them. I was super sick, man. So I, for anybody here, oh my God, where did all these people come from? I ended up losing like 13, or I didn't lose it, but I was down 13 grand. Or excuse me, sorry, 9 grand. I had a 13. Yeah, we were down bad. And I had some weeklies too that I was not able to get out of. I was extremely sick. So yeah, I luckily had a plan in place and a good expiration, and so those reversed back down. I'm green on them as we speak. But anyway, yeah. All right. So IWM, QQQ, and SPY. Those are all, again, the overhead pressure right now. Keep your wits about you. I'll be here tomorrow, God willing, inshallah, to obviously help you guys with pre-market. If I sound stupid right now, I feel a little stupid, so sorry about that. Okay, I want to talk about a couple of things that I have shorts on that I'm still short on. SoFi is sitting at cost basis. It did get a price upgrade to 31, which I thought was pretty funny too. If you have SoFi, that one, the 22 February 20th puts hit about 200% today. Gave a great opportunity to would have been a good time to hedge silk rips. A lot of people did trade it right back up. So, I mean, that's, totally makes sense. But anyway, that being said, I still see a tremendous opportunity to potentially take my runners. The position is free. The position is free and the profit has been taken. So at this point, I still have basically what's worth a $1,200 position now. And I'm going to just let that one try to bleed down to at the bottom of the box at 20, which is psychological. And then 1850, it may require that I roll my contracts out. So just keep that up. All right. Also, just brief intermission. Just those of you guys in the Discord, I love seeing it. I don't even think I gave some of the analysis on this, but as I was gone, still 600%. Looks like you guys ripped Target a new one for 400%. IT earnings for 700%, 300%. I mean, the percentages while I was gone, it's really impressive to see. So give yourself a pat on the back if you're still rocking it. Fast bang today. What the hell does that mean? All right, and then the last one. It's gonna be golden, guys. It's gonna be golden when we get to. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. But I am short on Netflix. This could be considered still a ye old demon wrestle. But we're at the imbalance in between our target, not really responding. This is the only red candle that we have here to our left. So we'll see if Netflix can give me the bleed to 77. Looking good on that one. Already up. All right. All right. If you have any requests or anything you want me to take a look at, uh, what? All right. Wow. That dude, I mean, you heard the lady at the doctor's office. Everybody's sick right now. So, I mean, they're buying all the hydration fluid the fuck up. Damn, we have hydration fluid shortage in Georgia right now. In Savannah. Am I playing AMD earnings? I have not got there. Fast, I mean, if you have this one, you know, obviously the profits can definitely be, if you know, traded it or sorry. Or if you grabbed it at the 45s, yeah, that is the floor. If we can gap up, then we could see, you know, up in the 47s and maybe 47.50. So, uh, yeah, I'm a little bit too far out on that one. So, all right. Wait, voice of an angel. Does this one have potential? Potential where? Down or up? I mean, honestly, both ways. Write that down. Everybody could look at this one. This could make it onto everybody's watch list. 750% on Microsoft using the Potterbox system. Damn, boy, post that in the games or in the testimonials, man. I want to look back at that later on tonight. All right, so cost basis on ANF was hit today, and you've sunk. So there is a, you know, again, you're still far from it. It's maybe not the time to make a giant assumption, but below 93, you know, again, these type of positions, I zoom down, look at the gap. You see how that detail kind of sweetens the deal, and then we can also solidify what needs to be lost here. We need to lose 98.35 and clearly 94.38. So once you, honestly, if you stick down underneath this, I mean, you could theorize on this short now. You'd probably take a little bit of a longer expiration, and obviously the ability to hedge would be there as well. But this is one that's cooking right now, and honestly, both sides of the coin look pretty shiny to me, whether you're looking down or up. All right, let's keep going. Feeling all right now. Microsoft grabbed 500% on Microsoft. Should stay not bad for my first week. System works. Just the fact that you guys are putting out those percentages, man. I mean, think about it. You're outperforming 90% of the people online selling shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give you an idea. Get good at it first, but damn. Contracts are like a shiny turd. Yeah, they can be. A&F contracts can be a little rough. All right, what else do we have? ONDS. You know what? That actually does look. Yeah, you know, I can't maybe not speak for all of it, but I can speak for the empty space back up here. So I see a target of $12 and 12.20. Shit. Hold on. Damn, where'd that come from? All right, we're back. It looks good. I like when candles close like that. That's good. All right. Yeah, drop those requests now, guys. Limit. Oh my God, what happened, dude? Gas is one of those things, dude. I learned my lesson on boil. So I got my ass boiled on that one. I gotta say, dude, with that big of a gap down, right? The best bet is that you drop to the floor at 11.17. You are holding the floor now, so this gives you the ability to operate in range right there, that green candle floor. But if you lose today's low, you will likely go and hit this floor here, very much so. Obviously, this gap down below that as well. That's the weekly. The 24-hour does give a bounce. The 4-hour is curling back up. Let's look at the 2-hour. Okay, decent little base. So maybe you get a retest again. When you're, I would actually qualify this as, you know, kind of a it does give the potential for range. Big gap down. The expiration, I have March 6th puts on QQQ. I've been doing gold lately. That's good. I mean, stick to what works for you, man. DKNG headed north anytime soon? I don't think so. I mean, maybe I haven't looked at it, but I spoke too soon. I mean, I would see how this is definitely not something that looks, incredible right now. I mean, you got a good, decent bounce off of that. I can give you. Okay, well, don't listen. I'm still subject to giving opinions. The fact of the matter is, follow the chart. The chart says that there is a potential to hit 27, and if you did break over 27.60, that would be my signal to take it higher if I wanted to trade that, which I don't. But I'm not on YouTube. No. I just kind of was. I had all the medicine and stuff all kicked in at once. And a nice little Dayquil pocket. IWM swing trade for puts tomorrow. Oof. Damn, that just fucking ripped ass right when I was. I think me personally, man, I'm more looking forward to responding to price tomorrow. This is such a weird setup where here's what I'll say, okay? Because this is what I see in the chart. I want the market to gap up. And if I'm looking at IWM correctly, that would be right around 262. That would give you a better opportunity to go short, versus something that, I mean, the fact of the matter is like you got a long ass wick right here. So it might be something that's going to retest before it continues its leg down. I've also, got a little, IWM likes to kind of run alongside the market, so it might still be a move up into this area here. When you do this type of, when you do this to sellers, it can really, really turn the tide, and they can use that sell power. Tomorrow above 265, you got to start looking into 266, and maybe even a little bit further. If you want to take puts, again, we are filling up that empty space rather quickly, and it's off of that floor, just a little higher. So, I mean, I think this is something to respond to. I don't feel very need to jump into a trade on that one. RGTI. That one is avoiding. It might be a good little trade. I mean, it is avoiding trying to close back down in that box. It did reach down to the top a second. Yeah, that 1, 2, 3 resistance. So this could be a candidate for a potential. Yeah, actually, you know what? It doesn't look bad. The 4 hour looks pretty good. 19. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Over 1840, where you got to move to 1927, and obviously with the gap up there, you have 1982 and a lot of empty space to potentially give you a retest up around 21. I would really pay attention to this area here, that $20 area, but it's not bad. Oh. On your own. Okay, nice. At a dark screen? Sleuth, what do you mean? No, there's no dark screen. Am I swinging Netflix? I mean, damn, it did just hit 90. If you got weeklies, I don't know if I'd recommend it. But if you have a decent expiration on those, I think there's a likely potential retest back up, but I'm still staying short on this one with the target underneath me. So probably gonna just call it at an $80 recovery and take it back up. Yeah, it is responding. If we can gap down below that level, it'd be great. We'll flush straight to that target underneath us. But yeah, I am swinging it. Yeah, I'd refresh your page, Sleuth. Yeah, IWM is pushing hard. I think Qs are too, curling back up. Yep. So just, prepare for worst case scenario, which is 628 and or 625 and 628. We saw that move here, so gross. All right. SMCI. Yeah, what has earnings tonight? SMCI. You said that has earnings tonight? Let's do it. Now you're down on the floor. Mm-mm. Huh. So this one would be, obviously, if good earnings or a good response to these earnings came out, um, I would be looking at a punch back over 34 with a target of 39. And then at the same time, because this isn't a straightforward setup, I would have a target of 26 and 23. So use those price targets wisely. What's my price target put or for my puts on the Qs? Right here. That's my target. It's not going to be easy. Listen, we're going to pull the volume off of every level, and there's a lot of it. And so the response that I saw yesterday off of that green candle, it's not a surprise. I mean, it was surprising how fast it moved, but it wasn't a surprise that it retested. I'm out in March, Darren.
Porter, just a quick question. When you are in a position like QQQ where it's far out, do you, so there are two concepts, right? You add into a winning trade or you try and average down, when it's going against you. What's that fair balance that you find, right, yourself doing?
Me?
You have a strong bias of it going down to these levels.
Right.
But as Qs go up, which they will, right? They at some point in time will kind of, your contracts are kind of dying out. So do you average in at that point, or do you just let the contracts do its thing because you maintain the levels, that you're at where you want to be? And then when your contracts start to come to life, do you add more money at that point? Because that's something I've not done.
I added 590s today.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't. So there's, a lot of the times, and I probably could, be like TTI in this way. I don't do a whole lot of average downs or, adding. What I actually typically do is when I'm doing top down analysis, I can see the opportunities above and below. And so in a way, right, I'm still trading underneath those contracts, and with, the empty space that we have both to the up and the downside, obviously the upside right now, but with that empty space that we have up, I try to take advantage of those as if I'm just trading it outside of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just taking a trade. And what I found is that, that oftentimes just gives me more peace of mind as far as like I'm holding my position. I've just made extra cash on it on a shorter expiration trade. So I'm usually buy what I mean to buy and then let it do its thing. On longer trades or a theory like this, I might find myself adding in the same area, but not lower. I don't want to buy more expensive contracts. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't mind adding today. But yeah, that is not something that I'm like always doing. I take the position I mean to take when I take it. And the risk that I'm applying to it is, you know, there. So if I see an opportunity, like say tomorrow, and where we gap up, like I said, and maybe we wake up and go touch some structure, like that can be an opportunity for me to trade, just take a trade, like I normally would. So sorry for the slow explanation right now. Too small to read. Is that better? Oops. How about that? IWM does seem tipping. When you see plays with both sides of the ticker, how do you decide your bias? Carla, that's a great question. I think of Schwab when you asked that, because that was a one where the box above and below are going to dictate. I'm always about responding to the chart. So if I see an empty space on both sides trade, then I'm just finding the triggers on both sides of that trade. I don't develop a bias. I just pick what, you know, there's a bias, like, I guess, if you will, like if something closes underneath, you could say that's a bearish bias. And so like if I get, you know, if something triggers to the downside or a box gets broken, then that would be, you know, that's the whole point of top-down analysis, is to try to figure out where you can place that bias. You know, like, okay, well, if this triggers, then we're bearish and that empty space below will get filled. So a lot of the times when you do have empty space on either side, they'll wick it in one side and then whip it back up, or they'll whip it up and then they'll whip it down. So it's, you know, one of those setups where the opportunity to make money on both sides is also there. What is a Potter box? It's the Potter box itself is another word for consolidation, right? But it's like, for example, like something like this would be a Potter box, or something like this would be a Potter box. And essentially what it is with the 24-hour time frame with extended data, I use the 50% mark of those boxes as definitive triggers as far as where I'm going to take that trade. So for example, because there is empty space up here and in here, if Brigatti, which I'm not watching, was able to punch through the 50% mark of this box, I would be guaranteed a new high. And at that point, I can look for the empty space or the opportunity beyond that. And this is, you know, again, I was just talking about Schwab, but this is every setup that I take typically looks the exact same. I find boxes, I look for the 50% mark to break, and then I look for empty space above that, which, you know, that volume inside of that box is distributed through an area with little to no resistance. So that's how I do you do Chinese stocks? I mean, yeah, sometimes. They're difficult to trade, difficult to put your finger on a lot of the times. The price action on the chart isn't very easy to chart. They're not clear. Microsoft at 360. So where are you at now? Let's see. Damn, no way, bro. I fucking love this strategy, because I could just, you know, there's an answer. You're at the imbalance. So what needs to happen? Starting to see some upside, right? Now, you're not getting a kick-ass response, but you could go down here. Look at this. Right here. See that? Move it down. Expand it up. It's a range, not a box, but Microsoft got 3 bounces. So there's definitely an opportunity here to potentially take that back up. Now, what needs to happen, obviously, is we need to see a quick retest up and then a reversal, but that is your trigger. So you could, even if you were still bearish, you could say, I'm not bearish anymore above 414.60. There's earnings tomorrow. Oof. That's 402, so yeah, we can take this anyway. Wow. Okay, so the first thing, what are we doing, guys? If we want to find out whether this is going to be a good earnings trade, and I think I've already done this, we're going to go and we're going to mark out that earnings. So clearly there was a decent earnings here, but that doesn't define the entire stock. So let's move on. Okay, very good response there as well, right? Okay, so let's, now what did it come out of? Pretty tight consolidation, right? Not as tight as this, and that's fucking, I mean, this is wild, actually. Yeah, actually, this is wild. I might have to take that one with you. Akordsky, will you hold that question for about maybe 5 more minutes? When I get done with this analysis, I'd be happy to hail you. Yo, I emailed you. Do you want to do that podcast? Paddy Wagons. I did get your email. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, man. I've got the flu right now. Type A. And my whole family does. So I was bedridden. My bad. If you will, maybe just shoot me another email so I don't forget. We're on Dayquil, Dimetapp, Tylenol. All right. So again, so the responses from this stock, it does not like to necessarily move all the time, but earnings definitely can give it a kick. Having empty space is obviously a priority here. You know, again, there's been some not so decent earnings, but I think with the consolidation here, it might be worth the risk. So step 1 is done, right? Even though it has earnings, I do not care. We just know it has a catalyst, and we know that we have compression. So what is the next step? We need to look at the target or the prices, right? On both sides of this trade. Okay. So looking at the 4-hour, right? We know that the opportunity above us, I can feel it, is in here, right? And we're always going to look at our previous floors as targets, right? So we would have 2 major targets here. And again, we know that AMSC can put the juice up, right? Whether it's down, and it does not take, listen, it's not one day. So if you take this trade, maybe I wouldn't go for that weekly. I might go for the week after it.
It has monthlies.
It has monthlies. Well, look at that. It's forcing it. Okay. So monthlies, and then usually those suck. So, and listen.
Spreads a little trash.
Little trash. Okay. So it is trash, and it does not allow, okay. So, there's some discrepancy here. And let's see, that is trash. Okay. That's trash. What about closer in the money here? That's still pretty trash. Okay. So right now you're going to feel a feeling of temptation, right? This is where I say no. It's just where I say no. Unless it's something I need to do, I can't stop any one of you from doing, but to me, I can see a move happening on this, but what I am concerned about is trying to sell my contract. How am I going to sell my contract when the spread is $150? The contracts have no volume. So that means that who's going to buy them from you? Right? And the only variable would be, is this thing rips all the way to 54 and then all of a sudden people see it and volume comes rushing in. But probably not. So I will, And here, you know, maybe some of you guys take it, and maybe that trade works out, and maybe it does tighten the spread up, and you can get out. If you do that, that's fine. But I have to maintain a series of checklists, and if I decide that, yeah, you know what, I'll fucking fuck the checklist today, I'll just do it. I can tell you 9 times out of 10, that's when I get my ass burnt, is when I decide to go outside of it. So I just stick to what I feel really good about. And obviously that tends to work out here and there. Yeah, follow up this weekend with me, Patty. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Sorry about that. Okay. So I mean, and here, let me just set this analysis on it. It does feel a little more bearish, you know what I mean? Being stuck underneath that, but also sellers really suck at their job. I can't seem to drive it any lower, so sucks. It sucks. But just like in life, dude, that girl that you might love, dude, she might be super toxic. You might just have to let her go, dude, or you're gonna ruin your life. Or that dude. A dude might be mad toxic. Gonna gaslight you. Do you want to get gaslit by your own contracts? I don't. All right. Anything else? Anybody have anything else we would need me to look at here? I can feel the vibe. I can save her is crazy. I need Sydney Sweeney to come out and wear an Abercrombie and Fitch outfit, and it goes to the moon. Yeah. IWM. If you guys are on TikTok, if you don't mind tapping the screen, appreciate that greatly. I mean, if you took a little call on IWM, if you're, you know, looking at 266, I mean, that looks okay. You know, if you're looking at the empty space up to 269, you still have a few minutes to grab those contracts. If you, I mean, the bounce today, I mean, you can't fucking, I mean, who am I to call short on that one? You know, I mean, the only thing that I can say is, yeah, you did rip fast, you know, so maybe we get a retest down and around the 261s tomorrow, but he closed pretty close to that trigger up and out, so. All right. I'm sick, man, but I'm good. I lost $600 in profit because my contracts wouldn't sell. It's a big fact, Darren. That's why we pick. Listen, it's good to be, you know, kind of like picky. You know what I mean? Like, I want the best setup. I want to put my money into something I feel good about, just like any fucking other investment that we make, right? And if you have a strategy that's clear, which ours is, then why not stick to what you feel like? The more that you do this, the more experience you get behind your belt, the better that you can, or the more that these things are going to trigger that gut. Like, oh yeah, that's a great setup. You're going to immediately see it. Yeah, I have in my workshop, I have a pretty detailed breakdown on the Greeks. I think there's a couple on YouTube maybe, but by the way, we are doing class at the end of the month. Yeah, we're doing class. I'm planning on doing it March 1st, end of February, March 1st. Might do an introductory class on the last day of February, but yeah, if you guys want to be in the live class again, we're going to be doing it another run through here. But yeah, March 1st will be when that starts. We'll start posting announcements, but I want to make sure everybody is aware. So
I'll be there, Poppy.
Yeah, I want you to be there. You and all the rest of the goats. It's time to graze. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's 25% off right now. The workshop. All right, let's look at the gains page, baby. Do a little quick recap. See, yeah, I'm telling you what, dude. Like every single time I looked at the, no shit, look at you, dude. Karina, man, I wish I could express how proud I am of you, of your contract position size. That's just warms my heart. Nice 130% trade. Damn. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, nice. Wow. Mic check. Oh, that was weird. Jesus, dude. Walmart calls? Where did you get those? Walmart calls? Holy shit, Aaron. Oh my god. No shit. No way! Bro. Where are you? Are you in here? Yes, you are. Dude, what the fuck? I'm so glad you took that trade. Holy shit.
Yeah, son went crazy on Walmart, dude. Did you get any puts at all?
On Walmart?
Yeah, Aaron, I saw that.
He went long, obviously. No,
Yeah.
I can't remember who asked me about this one, but I think when they asked me was that, yeah, January 30th. It was trying to, I think it might have been at the floor, or it might have been at cost basis, but dude, I mean, this is just an example of the strategy in action. You open up above cost basis, baby retest, and then you explode out, disrupting all of this overhead selling pressure, and you're gone. I'm not even one to really trade Walmart, but I mean, it does. What's going on? All right, this is.
I apologize. I just got on, but are you guys still in Q puts for like end of the week? Early next week.
I am in March puts. March 6th puts for the 590 strike. Yeah, that's currently what I'm holding right now.
You're expecting a roller coaster then, because I grabbed some for like Friday and some for Monday. I forget what they were, but by accident I grabbed a little more than I wanted to, and then it kind of turned around today at the end. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I mean, it's hard to ignore what's happening on the chart, and it's, we want to hold. To your point, yes, I am prepared for a fucking roller coaster. It's never easy. The downside typically moving through. So I can't say that actually. Sometimes the overhead pressure is really strong. However, if we're bearish, then all of these levels around here will be areas to retest, and the beneficial thing is that we are moving up relatively fast. So, yes, with the empty space back up above us, I could take you guys back to kind of give you an example of how these things oftentimes go. And it's, here was, and this is the example that I've been using. And that one, for the most part buttered through, but even right here at this floor, it took you 3 days, 3 consecutive days. And that's what we want to see tomorrow, right? Is we have empty space up, do we not? We want to see that sellers are adamant. They will not allow you to access that. And it's not like it's a mystery. Like, we don't know when it's going to happen. We have the triggers up above us. We see them on the lower time frame, right here, and then to there. So like, it's not like I can't respond in the right fashion. But yeah, I'm still short. How would you have caught Walmart? Ron. I don't know if you want to. Let me see. He bought them on 2-2. It is 2-3. So he bought Walmart calls yesterday. What time did you buy those? Does it say? I probably could. Oh my God. He bought those contracts for $5. So he kept it incredibly low risk and such a high reward. That is, I mean, seriously, I'm fucking impressed. Look at the price of these contracts, folks. I mean, this is just fucking unheard of. $5 to $60. But yeah, I mean, I don't know at exactly what time or when he took those. He might be typing and elaborating here, but okay. It was I mean, listen, Neptush. That's such a funny fucking name. Yeah. With this setup, dude, with all-time highs, it is just a different, it's just empty space. But I mean, catching this one, I think if I remember this one correctly, there was some lower time frame, an overhead wall here. So I mean, that would have been just step one, is just get outside of the control, and then you can kind of see these areas. But let's not also forget, that this is just, if you're using my strategy, the floor gets recovered and you're sitting on cost basis, unable to lose it. So really just taking it above that red candle would have probably been, I mean, I didn't take it, he did. So.
Do you like this one too?
Yes, I love that. Say all of the dragon fruits and all of the fucking whatever blueberry lemon ones. Yeah, tell them to add them all. Just fucking shove them in the cart. Sorry, I didn't mean to. But yeah, that right there. So above those red candles would have been the focus. Let the app out. Okay, so CLSK upcoming earnings. All right, Ghost. Wow. Seizure time. So look how you fill up the empty space with volume. That's a prime example of why I get out of my trades a lot of the times when structures are, yes. You ate your whole sandwich? That's good. Your body is happy. You love it? You didn't want the cheese? Okay. I'm glad you're feeling good, baby. All right. So I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, brother. This setup doesn't really offer the clarity that I'm looking for. I think a good litmus test here would be to. So again, when I look back at earnings, I also look at the opportunities that were presented. Right? You look at all this empty space and the most recent price action. You go into earnings, having already popped up. You already popped up and propped yourself up here. You shot up, filled that wick, and then hit the first green candle to your left, just like the system describes, right? But upon doing so, you've kind of killed the empty space there. So you consolidated, dropped, you filled up that empty space. So you have a lot of, you could almost call it like, you got a lot of volume above you. So part of me feels a little bearish on this and expects possibly a leg down here, right? I mean, even today's, bullshit move here. So, I mean, the other alternative is purely mechanical, and that would be like some insane earnings gives you a break over 13.11, and you start snowballing over 14.45, and then maybe. But last thing here is you're gonna have conflicting channels here. I believe this should be a wide fluctuation in price here. It might not be what I want it to be. If I can really. So I don't know, man. I mean, I think now that I've charted it a little bit more, like, maybe if you're just gambling, you look at 17 or, you look at the 9 or 10 and $9 floor underneath you. So You guys ready for the next killer entry? Hey, John Bick, if you didn't suck at trading, you wouldn't have to be in other people's lives begging them to come and fucking follow your dumbass signals. John Bick. Put a T in there. Yeah. Nah, don't mute him, Ivy. I want to hear what he got to say. Nah, just kidding. Fuck it. Let him suffer. All right. Anyway. I've had a couple of people ask me to make telegrams, but I feel like telegrams that's like a giant red flag. All right. Starting to get the chills here, guys. So I am probably gonna wrap it up. I'm also starving right now, so probably should get some. Yeah, and get some rest. Might play some Fallout again. Sit in bed. You guys have a good one. Oh yeah, YouTube brother. AMD missed on earnings. Drag the fucking queues down. What else has earnings today, real quick? Before I go.
SMCI.
SMCI, that's right.
It's not doing shit.
AMD is actually a double beat.
Double beat. I know how that feels. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Again, March 1st, I'm doing the fucking Potterbox class. I think I'm going to do the introduction for free on TikTok and YouTube. You'll get a lot of information out of that you might be able to just go and you don't have to buy it and just go keep watching the YouTube videos. But I want to try to get as many people into this class because it's going to be live and I'm going to be answering people's questions. There's also going to be people who are successful traders in my group who are going to be there to add their tidbit. So, but anyway, guys, if you guys have any other requests or anything like that, again, absolutely, absolutely proud of this freaking Discord, dude. Just blown away right now at the percentages that they're continuously making, even when I am not here. It's just a beautiful thing, man. All right, guys. Discord, I'll see you guys a little bit. You can just get the class. Yeah, you can just get the class. It's on my website, potterstockstrading.com. It's 25% off right now. I will be honest with you though, dude. And I just saw somebody say they have 8 people watching. I'm not that kind of greedy fucker who's gonna be like, nah, bruh, nah. No, dude. If your friends want to watch, or your family wants to watch, or your kids, dude. I've had people who have their kids in the Discord. They trade with their own kids. It's fucking cool. But yeah, the more people, dude. The hope is that I can kind of build a more. This, I don't want to say this is my last class, but it's definitely going to be one of those classes where I'm going to, again, it might take till the middle of March, but I'm going to get through everybody's questions will be answered. I'm going to take my time. A lot of the times just going through the class, we'll find beautiful watch lists. I also go over live price action. So it's going to be a fucking good class. Always a big move when he's away. You know what though? There's actually a lot of dumps. Now it's funny because I didn't think about that until just now. The last like 4 vacations that I've gone on, every single time the market has like really, really dumped. And I took a short out on the Qs. And it's funny because it did overnight. It dumped really, really hard. I was only sick though. It wasn't a vacation, but hell yeah, Neptush. I mean, it's cool, dude. I mean, dude, I seriously am in fucking awe right now of my own, like, I'm like looking, you know what this does though? It has me looking at other people's Discord, like people who teach, and I'm like, dude, I mean, there's a lot of really good educators out there. I know that. I mean, TTI, but then again, I look at what me and TTI, which is the only other TTI and Put Brothers, which are the only people I know that put these type of percentages out, and it's fucking beautiful, dude. Yeah, 375, and the cool thing is this is just This isn't just on one stock. This is on, again, whatever we find a fucking good setup on. That might be the lowest percentage I've ever seen. Yeah, look at that. 254. And I can scroll up like a month. March 1st is when the class starts. But like I could scroll up and you're going to see the same shit. Look, 155%, 361%, 126%. And those, it's funny because we're always like kind of jaded. We'll be like, oh man, 100%. Look at that, 400%. It's cool, man. It's cool, man, to say you're gonna do something and then to see it happening. I build independent traders and they be fucking independent. Hit 330 million on NQQ. he said 300. Oh, shut up. He said clip that. I love when people are like, it's a double beat. Why is it dumping? I don't know. Almost like the earnings doesn't always dictate where the price goes. All right. Well, yeah, congratulations to anybody who was able to... Oh, what's happened here? I can't see the percentages on whatever brokers that is, but... Where was I earlier? Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was sick as shit. I haven't been this sick in about 20 years. This is the sickest. It's actually the sickest me and my whole family. My whole family has never gotten sick at once. Ellie will get sick, and then maybe it goes to me, and then she gets better, and then. But yeah, this has been the. I'm starting to feel the chills again as the medicine's starting to wear off. So I got knocked out of the Discord for some reason. Of course, yeah, Kimster, we'll let you right back in. And then you'll be inside of that workshop server forever, so. Yeah, Vibe Trades, man, I'm sorry, dude. I should have posted a video or something. We got the flu, type A, man. Confirmed today at the doctor's, so. I would look for AMD to maybe drop down here. That's where we really find out, because listen. You're in a big ass box, so there might be a bounce trade at 199, but that's 2 double rejections right there, right? And I'm not a double top guy, but right, with the right breakdown, the way that you can look at this now though is like this. If we can break through the 50% mark at 211, then the probability of picking this next target of 185 would be pretty easy. So they said what's going on is worse than COVID. Yeah. All right, guys. I gotta get out of here. Oh, my bad. I didn't even have my chart. See, that's that fucking Dayquil. But yeah, look at that AMD chart right there. So we need a punch through this right here. And then honestly, there's a lot of opportunity down there when the time is right. That motherfucker's gonna, oof, yeah, that's such a clean target right there. God damn. Influenza A. Yeah, I have Influenza A. Like, yeah, I already got it, man. We're with that influenza gang right now, man. I don't like it. I'm getting better because of I think the chemical cocktail that I'm utilizing right now. What strategy do I use? One that I created myself years ago called the Potter Box strategy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oof. Which results in regular 1,000%, 500%, 440%, 147% trades, 1,000%. Wiped out your whole fam. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this one was rough. So I'm on the end of it, but right now I'm on medicine, so that shit's about to start wearing off. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But thanks for I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to be on live as long as everything's good. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Peace.